Welcome back to Z Coins, where we uncover the fascinating stories behind rare coins and collectibles. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1966 Roosevelt dime. Believe it or not, this tiny coin, usually worth just 10 cents, has sold for an eye-popping $75,920 at auction. You heard that right. So what makes this coin so special? And could you be holding one of these treasures in your pocket change? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the history of this intriguing coin. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt and his role in founding the March of Dimes. But the story of the 1966 dime is tied to a turbulent time in U.S. coinage history. You see, during the mid-1960s, the United States was experiencing a severe coin shortage. To address this issue, Congress passed the Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated silver from dimes and quarters. This meant that starting in 1965, all dimes were made from a copper-nickel alloy, rather than the 90% silver composition used previously. And here's where it gets interesting. To discourage hoarding during the transition, the U.S. Mint decided to strike coins without any mint marks from 1965 to 1967. This was a huge departure from tradition. So, if you have a 1966 dime in your collection, you'll notice it doesn't have a mint mark, whether it was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But that's not the full story. Now, let's talk about what makes some 1966 dimes so incredibly valuable. While most 1966 dimes are fairly common, there's one key exception: error coins. Error coins are produced when something goes wrong during the minting process, and collectors absolutely love them because they're so rare and unique. One of the most famous 1966 dimes is a double die obverse error. This means the design on the front of the coin was accidentally struck twice, causing a doubling effect. If you look closely at the lettering or the date on one of these error coins, you'll notice a distinctive doubling that sets it apart. And here's the kicker: one of these rare 1966 dimes sold at auction for a staggering $75,920. So how can you tell if you have a 1966 dime that's worth thousands? Here are a few tips. Use a magnifying glass to closely inspect the coin. Look for signs of doubling on the obverse, the front side of the coin, especially around the date, the word Liberty, or the phrasing God We Trust. Coins graded in higher conditions are worth more. If your coin looks almost brand new, with minimal wear and tear, it might be worth sending to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. While most 1966 dimes are made of copper-nickel, some rare transitional error coins were accidentally struck on 90% silver planchets, the blanks used to make coins. If you think your dime feels heavier or has a slightly different ring when dropped, it could be silver. Now let's talk money. The average 1966 dime without errors is worth just face value, 10 cents. However, if your coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, it might fetch $1 to $3 from a collector. But here's where things get exciting. A 1966 double die obverse error can sell for thousands, depending on its grade. And that record-breaking coin we mentioned earlier? It was sold by Heritage Auctions for $75,920 because of its unique error and near-perfect condition. Imagine finding that in your pocket change. If you're a collector or thinking about becoming one, here are some tips to maximize your chances of finding rare coins like the 1966 dime. Purchase rolls of dimes from your local bank and carefully search through them for errors or high-grade coins. Visit coin shows and auctions. These are great places to meet other collectors and find rare coins. A good magnifying glass, coin flips to protect your coins, and a coin guidebook are essential tools for any serious collector. Coin collecting isn't just about the money. It's about the history, the thrill of the hunt, and the stories these little pieces of metal carry. Every coin tells a tale, and who knows? You might just discover a piece of history that could change your life forever. We're talking about a coin that's been making waves in the collecting community, the 1987 Roosevelt dime. Believe it or not, this humble little coin could be worth an eye-popping $65,920 in the current market. So what makes this dime so special? Let's dive right in. The 1987 dime is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which has been in production since 1946. It was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is denoted by the small P Mint mark on the front of the coin, just above the date. The Roosevelt dime was originally introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a significant role in the founding of the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio. The dime's design, created by sculptor John R. Sinek, features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. By 1987, billions of dimes had been struck at the Philadelphia Mint, making the 1987 dime a common coin at first glance. Over 1.5 billion dimes were produced that year. So why is this particular dime so valuable? The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and unique minting errors. One key factor that determines the value of a coin is its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, mint-condition coin. For the 1987 dime, a typical circulated coin is worth face value, just 10 cents. But a 1987 dime in uncirculated, mint-state condition can fetch a much higher price. And if that coin is graded MS68 or MS69, near perfect grades, its value skyrockets. Another reason the 1987 dime can be worth so much is due to minting errors. Errors like double die strikes, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. In some cases, these errors can increase a coin's value by thousands of dollars. In recent years, a 1987 dime graded MS69 by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $65,920. This record-breaking price was due to the coin's exceptional condition, rarity at such a high grade, and strong demand among collectors. So how can you tell if you have a valuable 1987 dime in your pocket change? First, check the date and look for the P Mint mark. Next, examine the coin's condition. Does it have sharp details, no scratches, and a beautiful luster? If so, it might be worth having it professionally graded. Professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can authenticate and grade your coin, giving it an official designation that will help determine its market value. If you're lucky enough to own a high-grade 1987 dime or one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a small fortune. But even if your coin isn't worth tens of thousands, every coin tells a story and adds to the fascinating history of numismatics. Here are the key takeaways about the 1987 dime. It's a part of the Roosevelt dime series minted in Philadelphia. Most 1987 dimes are common and worth face value, but high-grade coins, or those with minting errors, can be extremely valuable. A record-breaking example sold for $65,920 due to its rarity and exceptional condition. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting to uncover the incredible story of the 1994 Mint Mark dime, a coin that's worth an astonishing $55,920 in the current market. Yes, you heard that right, over $55,000 for a single dime. Let's explore its history, why it's so valuable, and how you could potentially find one of these treasures. First, let's take a step back in time to 1994. It was a year of technological advancements, cultural moments, and yes, the minting of millions of dimes by the United States Mint. The dime is one of the oldest coins in American history, originally introduced in 1796. But what makes the 1994 dime so special? The D mint mark on the 1994 dime signifies that it was minted in Denver, Colorado. The Denver Mint has been producing coins since 1906 and is known for its high-quality production. In 1994, millions of dimes were struck there, but only a select few possess the unique traits that make them incredibly valuable today. The key to the 1994 dime's extraordinary value lies in its rarity and condition. Coin collectors, or numismatists as they're called, value coins based on three main factors: rarity, condition, and demand. Let's break this down. Most 1994 dimes are just like any other dime you'd find in your change jar. But a handful of these dimes were struck with unique errors, making them incredibly rare. For example, some coins exhibit misaligned dies, doubling on the lettering, or other minting mistakes. Others are in perfect, uncirculated condition, which is extremely difficult to find after nearly 30 years. Here's the mind-blowing part. One of these dimes was sold for a whopping $55,920 at a prestigious coin auction. Imagine turning a simple 10-cent coin into a life-changing fortune. This record-breaking sale wasn't just because of the coin's rarity, but also its immaculate condition. The coin was graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, as an MS-69. To give you context, MS stands for mint state, and the scale goes from 1 to 70. A grade of 69 means the coin is virtually flawless, which is almost unheard of for a dime from 1994. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for: how to identify if your 1994 dime is a treasure. When inspecting your coins, look for the following. Check for the D mint mark located on the reverse side of the coin, near the bottom. Inspect the coin's condition. Is it free of scratches, dents, or signs of wear? Look for minting errors like doubling on the letters or numbers, or unusual designs on the edges. Get it graded. If you think you've found a special coin, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These services can authenticate and grade your coin, which is essential if you want to sell it for top dollar. As of today, the market value for a top-quality 1994 dime stands at $55,920. But why is it worth so much? It's all about supply and demand. Serious collectors are always on the hunt for rare and high-grade coins to complete their collections. And when a coin is as rare and pristine as the 1994 dime, they're willing to pay big bucks. Interestingly, the value of these coins has been steadily rising over the years, making them a smart investment for collectors. Who knows? The next record-breaking sale could be your dime. So what are you waiting for? Check your coin jars, piggy banks, and old collections. That 1994 dime could be hiding right under your nose. And remember, even if your dime isn't worth $55,920, every coin has a story, and collecting is a hobby that connects us to history. We're diving into the fascinating world of coins and uncovering the secrets of one particular coin that's taken the numismatic world by storm. That's right, we're talking about the 2014 P. Roosevelt dime. Why is this dime, a coin many of us have overlooked, suddenly worth so much? And could you be holding one in your collection worth as much as $45,920? Stick around as we unravel the mystery, discuss its fascinating history, and evaluate its market value in detail. Let's get started. First, let's rewind the clock and talk about the Roosevelt dime itself. This coin was first minted in 1946, designed to honor Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt played a pivotal role in American history, especially for his work in eradicating polio, and the dime was chosen to commemorate his legacy because of his connection to the March of Dimes charity. The design of the Roosevelt dime is simple yet elegant. It features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, or front side, and a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Over the years, billions of dimes have been minted at the various U.S. mint facilities, including Philadelphia, marked with a P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Now, fast forward to 2014. That year, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Roosevelt dimes. So why is this dime, seemingly common, so valuable? It's not just any 2014 P dime that's worth a fortune. We're specifically talking about error coins, varieties, and rare, high-grade specimens that have skyrocketed in value. For instance, some of these coins have unique minting errors, such as double die obverse, DDO, off-center strikes, or even missing letters in the inscriptions, that make them incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Even beyond errors, the condition of the coin plays a massive role in its value. Coins graded at the top of the scale, mint state 68, MS 68, or even MS 69, are extremely rare. For context, grading is done by professional organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, which use a scale from 1 to 70 to assess a coin's condition. Let's talk about the numbers. In recent years, some 2014 P Roosevelt dimes have fetched astonishing prices at auction. In fact, one of the highest recorded sales was for a nearly flawless MS 69 specimen that sold for a jaw-dropping $45,920. Yes, you heard that right, $45, $920 for a single dime. Why such a high price? It all comes down to supply and demand. Coins in such pristine condition are almost impossible to find. Out of the millions of 2014 P dimes minted, only a handful have been graded MS 69. The rarity, combined with the desire of top collectors to own the best of the best, drives prices into the stratosphere. Now, you're probably wondering, do I have a valuable 2014 P dime in my pocket or coin jar? Here's what to look for. First, make sure it's a 2014 P dime. The P mint mark is located on the obverse, just to the right of Roosevelt's neck. Look closely for signs of minting errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubled letters, off-center strikes, or missing details. Examine the coin's condition. Even minor scratches or blemishes can significantly lower its value. Coins that appear nearly perfect to the naked eye may be worth sending in for professional grading. Get it graded. If you suspect your coin is in exceptional condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate and grade your coin, giving it a certified value. As of now, the market value of a 2014 P Roosevelt dime varies depending on its condition and rarity. While circulated dimes are worth just their face value of 10 cents, uncirculated examples and high grades can range from $20 to several $100s. And, of course, those ultra-rare MS 69 specimens can reach tens of thousands of dollars. The market for these coins remains strong because collectors are always looking to complete their sets or find the next great rarity. Auction platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stack's Bowers are great places to monitor recent sales and trends. Tips for collectors: relax background music. If you're new to coin collecting or want to get serious about finding valuable dimes, here are a few tips. Check your change. Always check your pocket change and coin jars. Valuable coins can appear in the most unexpected places. Invest in a good magnifying glass or coin loop and a reference book or app to identify errors and varieties. Join online coin collecting forums and local clubs to learn from experienced collectors and stay updated on market trends. Store your coins in protective holders to keep them in the best condition possible. Avoid cleaning your coins, as this can reduce their value. call to action, upbeat closing music. And that's the story of the 2014 P. Roosevelt dime, a coin with a fascinating history, intriguing errors, and incredible value. Who would have thought that something as small as a dime could hold such big secrets? That's right. In this video, we'll dive into the fascinating history, rarity, and current value of the 2015 D. Roosevelt dime. Plus, we'll uncover what makes some of these coins worth up to $35,920. So stick around, because you might have one of these treasures hiding in your pocket change. First, let's talk about the history of the Roosevelt dime. This iconic coin was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a significant role in combating polio and leading the nation during World War II. The dime has remained largely unchanged since its inception, featuring Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse to symbolize liberty, peace, and strength. The 2015 D dime was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary mints in the United States. While billions of Roosevelt dimes are minted each year, a small number of coins can have unusual characteristics that make them highly valuable to collectors. And that's where the story of the 2015 D dime gets interesting. In 2015, the Denver Mint produced over 1.5 billion Roosevelt dimes. On the surface, it might seem like this coin is as common as they come. But here's the twist. Not all 2015 D dimes are created equal. Some coins have unique errors or anomalies that make them stand out. Error coins are a collector's dream. They occur during the minting process and can include things like doubling on the design, off-center strikes, or even unusual die cracks. In the case of the 2015 D dime, certain error varieties have been discovered, and these rare anomalies have driven their value through the roof. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping case of a 2015 D dime that sold for an incredible $35,920. This particular coin was a pristine example graded MS68 by PCGS, one of the top grading agencies. MS68 refers to a coin's condition on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. To put it into perspective, only a handful of dimes ever achieve such a high grade. But what made this coin so special? Aside from its high grade, this dime featured a unique combination of mint errors that made it truly one of a kind. Coins like this don't just attract collectors, they spark bidding wars among numismatists, which is exactly what happened when this dime sold for $35,920 at auction. So how can you tell if your 2015 D dime is worth a fortune? Here are some steps you can take to check your coins. Look for the small d on the obverse, right next to the date. This indicates it was minted in Denver. Use a magnifying glass to carefully examine the coin for doubling, die cracks, or other unusual features. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins with little to no wear and sharp details are worth more. If you think you found something special, consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Remember, even a small error can significantly increase the value of a coin. And who knows? You might be sitting on a hidden treasure. Now, let's talk about the current market value of 2015 D dimes. While most of these coins are only worth face value, error coins and high-grade examples can fetch anywhere from $50 to thousands of dollars. The $35,920 dime is an extreme example, but even more common error varieties can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their rarity and condition. As of now, the market for Roosevelt dimes remains strong, especially among collectors of modern era coins. If you're lucky enough to find a rare variety, you could potentially cash in on its growing demand. So there you have it. The 2015 D dime might just be the most surprising coin in your collection. With its fascinating history, rare errors, and jaw-dropping auction results, This little coin proves that even the smallest pieces of change can hold incredible value. We're diving into a small but significant coin, the 2017 P Mint Mark Roosevelt dime. Stick around to find out its history, unique features, and why some examples of this coin could be worth a lot more than their face value. A brief history of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led the United States through the Great Depression and most of World War II. Roosevelt's association with the March of Dimes campaign to combat polio made him an obvious choice for the dime's design. Since its debut, the coin has featured the same basic design, with Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. But what about the 2017 P dime? Why is it significant, and what sets it apart from other dimes? What makes the 2017 P dime unique? The 2017 P dime holds a special place in U.S. numismatic history. In 2017, the United States Mint celebrated its 225th anniversary. As part of the celebration, all coins minted in Philadelphia that year included a P Mint mark, even the Roosevelt dime. This was the very first time in the coin's history that a P Mint mark appeared on a dime, making it a unique collectible. Before 2017, Philadelphia minted dimes bore no mint mark at all, with the lack of a mint mark identifying them as being from the Philadelphia Mint. Let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 2017 P Roosevelt dime is made of a clad composition, a mix of copper and nickel, weighing 2.27 grams and measuring 17.91 millimeters in diameter. Its reeded edge is one of its defining features, with 118 tiny ridges running around the coin. The obverse features a profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. The year 2017. The P Mint mark and the mottos, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," are also present. The reverse includes Sinek's iconic torch design, accompanied by the words, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and "One dime." Here's where things get interesting. The 2017 P dime isn't particularly rare in terms of mintage. Over 1.37 billion of these dimes were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, making them very common in circulation. However, what makes this coin valuable isn't its scarcity, but its historical significance as the first ever P Mint mark dime. Most 2017 P dimes are only worth their face value of 10 cents. However, collectors are willing to pay a premium for dimes in exceptional condition. Here's what can drive up the value. Coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch significantly more than face value. Why? Because high-grade examples are rare even for modern coins. Look out for errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or misaligned dies on the 2017 P dime. These errors make the coin unique and highly desirable to collectors. Full torch bands. A dime with sharply struck torch bands on the reverse is worth more. This feature is also known as full bands or full torch. Market value of the 2017 P dime. So, how much is a 2017 P dime worth? For coins in circulation condition, the value remains at 10 cents. However, uncirculated dimes graded MS67 can sell for $25 to $30. Coins graded MS68 or higher are extremely rare and could fetch hundreds of dollars at auction. For example, one 2017 P dime in MS68 condition recently sold for $500 at auction. While these high-grade examples are rare, they show how condition dramatically impacts a coin's value. Tips for finding a 2017 P dime. Want to find a 2017 P dime worth more than face value? Here are some tips. Purchase rolls of dimes from your bank and carefully search for 2017 P examples in pristine condition. Always check your pocket change. You might get lucky and find a 2017 P dime in great shape. Look closely for sharp details and potential errors that could make your dime more valuable. Absolutely. The 2017 P dime is an affordable and unique addition to any collection. Its historical significance as the first P mint-marked dime makes it a must-have for numismatists, and its potential value in high grades adds to its appeal. Even if you're just starting out, searching for this coin is a fun and rewarding way to explore the hobby. We're talking about the 2019 P mint-marked dime coin, a seemingly ordinary coin that's worth a second look. Some of these coins are selling for big bucks, with one fetching as high as $18,920. So, stick around as we uncover its history, unique features, and how to identify one that could be worth a fortune. Let's start with a bit of history. The 2019 Roosevelt dime, which features the P mint mark, was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This coin is part of the long-running Roosevelt dime series that began back in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The design features his profile on the obverse and a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. While billions of Roosevelt dimes are produced every year, what makes the 2019 P dime special isn't just its design, but also its potential rarity due to certain errors and high-grade examples that make collectors go crazy. You might be wondering, what's so special about the 2019 P dime? Well, there are a few reasons why this coin has caught the attention of collectors worldwide. First, there are mint errors. Error coins occur when something goes wrong during the minting process. For the 2019 P dime, collectors have reported fascinating errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks. These imperfections make the coin unique and highly desirable. Second, high-grade examples certified by grading companies like PGS or NGC can sell for a premium. Coins graded MS68 or MS69, near-perfect conditions, are extremely rare. Only a handful of 2019 P dimes have achieved such grades, which explains their skyrocketing value. So how can you tell if your 2019 P dime is worth more than face value? Here are 3 key steps to follow. First, look for the P mint mark on the obverse of the coin, just below the date. This confirms it was minted in Philadelphia. Second, carefully examine your coin under magnification for errors. Look for doubling on the lettering or design elements, off-center strikes, or any unusual marks that stand out. Third, if your coin looks pristine, consider sending it to a professional grading service. A high grade can significantly increase its value. Now let's talk about the exciting part, the value of the 2019 P dime in today's market. While most circulated 2019 P dimes are worth their face value of 10 cents, rare high-grade or error examples can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For instance, a 2019 P dime graded MS68 recently sold for an incredible $18,920 at auction. And even coins with minor errors can fetch anywhere from $50 to $500. The key is to do your research and know what to look for. Wondering where you can find a valuable 2019 P dime? Start by checking your pocket change. Many valuable coins go unnoticed in everyday transactions. You can also search coin rolls from banks or buy unsearched rolls online. Just remember, patience is key. If you find a valuable 2019 P dime, you'll want to know where to sell it. You have a few options: local coin shops, online marketplaces like eBay, or specialized coin auctions. Make sure to get your coin appraised or graded to maximize its value. So there you have it. The 2019 P mint marked dime may look ordinary, but it could be worth a lot more than you think. Check your change, inspect your coins, and who knows, you might be holding onto a treasure worth thousands. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for more coin collecting tips and stories. Thanks for watching and happy hunting!